Hey everybody, this is Gino from Asbuild Construction. We're here on another job in Martinez, and I just wanted to walk you through some of the issues we find. I do this quite often just to inform people about the potential issues that could happen when doing a remodel and the dangers posed when it's done wrong. So we'll start on this wall here. This is a wall that we just exposed, and this was supposed to be a firewall. There was an existing garage on the other side of this wall, and you can see the patchwork of sheetrock that has been put together. This obviously doesn't work as a firewall because a firewall is supposed to restrict the fire transfer from a garage to the inside of the house, but you can see with all the seams that are put in here, it doesn't work in that way. So that's just one of the things. Let's go over here. The next issue that we found when opening in this drop ceiling is that this was the old exterior wall of the house, which we knew was the case. What we didn't know is that when we opened up this wall, we found that there's no beam in this ceiling. So you can see that there's about a 2-inch sag from side to side here, because all that there is a 2x6 sitting on its side carrying the weight of this old roof. So all the roof load comes down and gets transferred to here, which should be carried by a beam all the way across, but again, it isn't. It's just carried by one piece of 2x6. So that, the firewall issue it poses a danger because it doesn't suffice to slow down the fire transfer. This is a structural issue because this could, with any kind of added force or earthquake or anything, or just over time, completely fail, and this whole section of this ceiling could fall down. So we're going to have to open up this ceiling, drop it, get in here, get a beam in here to support the weight, and fix this problem that is a danger. The next thing we found on this side is that this floor doesn't have any existing floor joists underneath it. It's just supported by post and plywood, so there's actually no structural soundness to this floor, so we're going to have to open this up and look at those issues. The next thing we found, the next thing we found was this header here was completely unsupported. There's no jack stud here, so this header here on this door actually serves no purpose. You got a toenail screw here, and basically that's the only thing that carries that. And then that goes all the way over. And then if you see, if you swing around to the outside here, you can see that this beam right here is unsupported. When we opened up the wall, this is exactly how it looked. So you can see that weight of that beam was, when they removed this wall, they didn't restructure this in a way that supported that weight. So all that weight of that new roof is carried on here, which is unsupported as well. So you have a majorly structurally deficient wall here. So far we found insufficient barrier from the garage to the kitchen. So that's a fire hazard. You have a structural issue where a beam should be in place. You have a header issue because the beam's not being supported by a jack stud. You got another structural issue where that beam's not being supported by anything. So those are and then the floor joist issue, and then that's just the structural stuff. Now we go into the electrical part of it, and you can see in here we have a splice. We have exposed wire that goes to another splice that goes through Romex, that goes to another splice that goes to wire, and then we have another splice back there where they made a junction box. And then in the where the drop ceiling is over here, where they had the old fluorescent lights, you actually had that powered by speaker wire right here. So this is the things. Unfortunately, this job is more than we typically see. We do see this from time to time, especially in these old homes when people have remodeled these things and just kind of do patchwork. The issue that we find in here is we have so many things that could cause a potential disaster, whether it's a fire hazard, reducing fire hazards, or structural integrity things that could culminate in the collapse of a roof and injure or kill people. So be very careful who you hire, who does this kind of work, and when you do decide to do a remodel, especially on old homes like this, make sure you hire a licensed contractor that can get it done right. I appreciate you taking this tour with me. We'll talk to you later.